Hello and welcome to my page. So, for those of you that are new, you may not know about my business journey and kind of how I stumbled on all of this. So, I thought that I would give you a little bit of a rundown of how I came to be and how I came to helping women who are depleted, how this all kind of worked, and what my background was there. And so, I started this business um, multiple years ago when I wanted to help women. And it started first as a Reiki business, and then it was a jewelry business. And it was always this need and this pull to help women. It was something that I always wanted to do. And so I wanted to be a life coach, but I thought, what's that? You know, what are people going to think? It's kind of like, it's not really a job, like, why would I do this? And so I knew that it was something that I wanted to do, but I was scared. So I did all of these other versions of help. And that was, again, within energy healing, with crystals, with all these sorts of things. And so it morphed and changed over the years. And if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I went through cancer in 2020 for 2 years. And that meeting with death, that scary, scary time in my life, it gave me this oomph of like, no, Chris, like, you've always wanted to do this, just do it. So I decided to do it. I decided to dive in full on. And so when that happened, of course, the rubber hit the road, and then everything turned into a hot mess, and I had no idea what I was doing and everything like that. And although I had lots and lots of training, and then, of course, huge life experience, and then I went and I took more schooling. I got CCF certified, I got my hypnotherapy, I got all the things. I still just didn't know who I wanted to help. I just knew I wanted to help women. That's all I knew. And so that changed, and that I stumbled, and man, did I stumble. And so I created this course, this 10-week course that was like so near and dear to my heart based on all of the learnings. But I still didn't even know who I was selling it to yet. Like, I still didn't even know who exactly fit the bill, who were the right students. I just went off and tried it. Like, I just gave it a go. And I started saying, I help you be happy. I help you feel more embodied. I help, all of the things that felt correct for me in my 2-year journey. I started sharing that, all the while not really knowing what was going on. Now, luckily, I had a good portion of students who joined my world just because they felt they had faith in me and they wanted to give it a go. And so they all went through the 10-week program. Throughout that program, I updated it according to what the students were needing throughout the whole process, which was a really cool process to do. And so when they felt like, oh, I'm confused by this, then I would create an entire week on that or whatever else. So it was really the students that created the course. And then in the end, like I said, I had no idea what I was selling. I still didn't know. So I went to all my students, all my graduates, and I was like, what do you feel like you got? Like, what do you feel like you received? Because I want to tell other people about this, but I don't know what to say. And so we sat down with all of them, did a big, long, like, hash it out brainstorm, and got to the bottom of it. And so then that was when my niche was born. So like a year and a half after I created the business was when I truly understood who it was that I was helping by dialing back to the students that I had and finding out what I helped them gain. And then when I felt like they gained what they needed to, then I was able to say, okay, I get it now. So, debut to you who's listening. Thank you so much for being here. So the debut to you is that I help depleted, exhausted women regain and restore peace in their lives without these endless self-help practices that are just a bunch of fluff most of the time, so that they can rewire and reprogram the way that their body reacts to stress. So, what did my students gain? They truly gained the ability to go through the chaos, just like I did with my cancer. They went through the chaos, but they were able to keep their heads on. They were able to keep peace. They were able to still continue to keep themselves first. So that was truly the unfolding of how this happened. You know, we all think that we start a business and we'll just know what we want to do. We'll just know who we want to help. But truly, it was the students that I worked with that created the business. It was not the other way around. And that has been the coolest experience. To just watch these amazing women say, hey, like, let's learn about this next, because this feels like the next natural step. So that has been the most beautiful experience for me. And really just a little bit of an idea of how I got here, what I do. And I'm so glad I finally figured it out, because now I can tell you guys, which is really helpful, because, you know, you don't really know what she's doing, and then it's like, oh yeah, good for her, but that's about it. So anyway, so thank you so much for everyone who is here live with me, and to all of those who will watch in the future, a little bit about my hot mess of a story and how we got here. And yeah, all my love to you, and I'm going to keep enjoying this beautiful nature. Okay? Bye.